tonight's game of the Bohls Broncos versus the Lady Wildcats. Right now we're observing the B team and we have number 4 Bohls. And barely misses it. And now we have a Wildcat possession. Here we have number 4, Lady Wildcat, getting ready to serve. Oh, now we have number 7. Here we go. All right, wonderful. Makes it over the net, and they set it, and oh, almost a kill. Just a little short. Now we turn it back over to Wildcat point. Very nice. All right, we have some stoppage here. Let's have a great game tonight, ladies. As you may be able to hear, the Broncos have a lot of cheer, a lot of pep right now. See, that's just so inspiring to see at the middle school level. Seeing that kind of pep, very inspiring. Looks like the Wildcats are discussing some things with the officiators tonight. So tonight, line judging, we have number 6 on the Bohls Broncos and number 11 on the Lady Wildcats. Let's hope they keep their eyes peeled for some great calls.
Hey, welcome to join us tonight. Thank you for being the announcer today.
Yes, thank you. I am Princeton Cuartas. I will be announcing tonight's game, and let's have a great one. Let's have a great one tonight, ladies. Right now, we're watching the Bohls Broncos B team versus the Lady Wildcats B team. Currently, the score is 1-0. Our guests, Lady Wildcats, are up. As you may be able to hear, Lady Wildcats have some pep, and we have so do the Broncos. Listen to that. Number 4 up to serve from Wildcats. Up and makes it over the net. Wonderful. So receive and set up, and it makes it over the net. Wildcat possession. Oh, and it makes it over. Wonderful. So now we're going a little back and forth. Set or dump. Oh, and just shagged by number 12. Now it's the Broncos' ball. Look at that. So as you can see, number 12 may have received it just a little higher over the head and causing a little shag, but it's still very early in the game. There it is. All right. Now we have number 20 up to serve. And makes, wow, ace. Very impressive. Just barely hit inbounds on the side. Very impressive to see at this age. That kind of accuracy. Up to serve again, and makes it another ace. Wow, back to back. Very impressive. You don't see that very often, especially at this level. Here we go again, and received by the Lady Wildcats. And they make it over the net. They set or dump. Wow, very nice. And just hit it to the net by the Lady Wildcats. It is now 3-1 Broncos. Number 20 goes up to serve again. Killer serve. Let's see if she can keep it up. Oh, and we've got a timeout. Timeout called by, I believe, Here, let's look at this replay of that serve. Wow, just so impressive. Right barely in the lines. And then, well, let's look at that again. Yeah. For just being in 8th grade, that is looking like a bright future. You can tell that a lot of work has been put into a serve like that, to be that accurate and to catch the Wildcats that off guard. Very impressively. Very amazing to see that kind of dedication at this young of an age. Number 20 up to serve again. Oh, just hit the net. All right, Wildcat possession should now be 4-2. Number 7 up to serve for the Wildcats, and it is received by the Bohls Broncos. An attempted setter dump, but didn't quite make it over the net. Number 7 will go up to serve again. And makes it over again. 17 receives, and it is over the net. Lady Wildcats take possession. Set up over. And wow, nice rally we have going on. Very intense here. 18 goes for the kill. 7 receives. Beautiful reception. Weren't necessarily able to finish it, but it's okay. Let's watch that again. So 18 hits it over the net. Very nice, and that reception by 7 is just so impressive. Let's look at that from this angle. You see that dig right there. Very nice form to see. Number 8 from the Bohls Broncos up to serve. It is 5-3. We're seeing a little stoppage. Something that I really love about this game environment is the pep, not only coming from the Bohls Broncos team, but also the Lady Wildcats 8. Seeing all these girls so supportive of each other is very, very inspiring to see, especially at times like these. So let's keep it up, girls. Let's keep brewing this supportive environment. All right, number 8 up to serve. And doesn't seem to make it over the net. Lady Wildcats will take possession. It is 5-4, close game. Here we go. Number 15, Lady Wildcats. An underhand serve, and it'll be in. They receive it. Very nice commitment, ladies. And just a little miscommunication on the Bohls Broncos. Now we have Lady Wildcats. Number 15 up to serve again. Here we go. Oh, and number 1 goes for the reception, but couldn't quite make it. It is currently 6-4. All right, number 18 from the Bohls Broncos up to serve, and that'll make it over. That was powerful. Powerful serve followed by a powerful reception, and they make it over. Number 12 receives, and 22 on the Bohls Broncos. So close. Almost able to make that point. And let's watch that again. So, you see, she goes for it, and it almost makes it over. You see, those can be kind of tricky. Oh, number 1 serves, and the Broncos, can they make it over? No, they unfortunately cannot. And that is another point for Westview. Number 1 will go to serve again. And underhand serve. And did go out of bounds. That'll be a Bohls Broncos point. It is now 7-7. Recently 6-7. So now we see a sub in Number 3 for the Bohls Broncos has entered as 17 was subbed out, and will be subbing out 13 for 20.
We have 7-7.
Number 3 up to serve from the Bohls Broncos. It is a tied game. Oh, wow, great serve. And that is a Wildcat point. So look at that, and then just a powerful dig from number 7. And number 3.
Was it?
It was out. Now I see that. We have possibly counted that as in. I don't know if that is a line judge error or a ref error. So looks like Westview gets the point. See, I was looking, I did see that hit out of bounds, but at the end of the day, it is up to the ref. And this is where we're at. Luckily, it's still a close game and anyone's game at this point. Number 3 subbed out for 5, and number 3 will be up to serve. Underhand serve over, and 20 receives, 12 receives, and who would win that? The Bohls Broncos with that matchup right there. Let's look at that replay. So we see it's just back and forth, and then we come up to this little duel, and Bohls Broncos, they just know how to finish there. 7 and 22, sub out. 7 will be up to serve. It is 8-8, tied game. And number 7 makes it over, and Wildcat 7 has just been so great tonight on these receptions. Number 1 with the set. Number 4, can it make it over? It can. Very nice rally, ladies. Receive, set, and spike. Can we make it over? Oh, no. So the Broncos can't seem to make it over the net that play. That is a Westview point. Now, number 12 from the Lady Wildcats up to serve. And it makes it over. And that was in. Very nice. Look at how close. Look at that. So, just couldn't seem to really make it over the net, but the effort was there. You can see the power in that swing. Very impressive. Number 12 again from Westview, and makes it over. Little back and forth. 7 hits it up, sets it up for 15. 15 sets it up for 7, and they just can't seem to get it over that net direction. And now it will be a Bohls session. All right, number 10 up to serve. And wow, great serve. And number 12 with the commitment to receive that. 7 tries to get it over the net, just hits the net right back at her. And it is now a tied game. Bohls number 10 up to serve again, and look at that wrist rotation. Just can't seem to get it inbounds that time, but it is all good. Westview with another point, leading with a 1-point lead. Number 4 from the Lady Wildcats up to serve. And it's over, and the Broncos are going to respond. Number 4 makes it over the net. Lady Wildcats immediately send it back over, and just another setter down. Wow. And it makes it over again. 15 gets it over. 4. Oh! Was over the net, but not quite in bounds. 10 to 12, Wildcats. Let's look at that rally again. Look at that dive. Just so impressive, you know, that kind of commitment. Number 4 serves it over, and can the Broncos stop? Wow. So, now another point for the Wildcats. They seem to be gapping. Number 4 is just in her zone right now. That makes it over. Can the Broncos respond? Can they get that over? They can. And Lady Wildcats almost, but it just seemed to happen very, very slightly in bounds. Great job, Broncos, on playing on those like sidelines and really using that to your advantage. Very impressive. Number 20 up to serve again. And it is received by the Wildcats. Can they make it over? Just received into the net. And that'll be a Broncos point. Broncos closing that gap. And a timeout is called. The score is 12-13. Wildcats in the lead. See, let's look at this replay. And look, you see, with those, you've really got to make sure you keep your eye on the ball. And that was a very impressive dig from the Broncos. I'm seeing a lot of really impressive technique out here, ladies. And honestly, this has been a very back and forth, invigorating game to see how this matchup, it's very, very fair, very exciting. It's really anyone's game.
Is this your first game being called on volleyball, Princeton?
This is my first game I've ever announced, and I'm loving it. I hope that.
Well, you're doing a good job.
Thank you, thank you. Number 20 up to serve. And it's over. Do the Wildcats have a response? They do. Wow. Look at that. Just getting those points. And that'll be a Wildcat point. Wildcat number 7. Let's look at this replay. So, and it's just, there's maybe some communication issues. All right. Does 18 have an answer? And unfortunately, almost there, just very slightly out of bounds, and that'll be another Wildcat point. Let's look at this. 18, just great swing. Just got to be a little tighter inside that pocket. Number 7 over and received by the Broncos, just right into the net. You know, a good thing to think about is always thinking up, always thinking vertical, setting that up for your setter. Number 7 up to serve again. And, wow, very nice, powerful serve. Just rolls right off of 17's platform. And we've got some really nice spirit. Congratulations on the Wildcats side. We are at 12-17, ladies and gentlemen. The Wildcats are, I may have jinxed them. So, number 7 hits it into the net. It is now 13-17. But still, Wildcats have a very impressive lead right now. And number 12 from the Broncos up to serve.
So, Westview up 17-13.
Yes. And 12. Ref was not ready, so 12 will luckily get a retry on that. And let's see with that little practice serve, let's make it over. Oh, that's okay. And now we will hand this over to number 15 on the Lady Wildcats. And an underhand serve, and it is out. So right back to the Broncos it is. You see, serving can be a very tough thing to do. It may look easy online, but you know, you get up there and the court just is so much bigger than you'd ever expect. Number 18 up to serve from the Broncos. We've got some Broncos communication going on. You know, I've been watching Wildcats volleyball for a while, and I will say that this season I am seeing something very special. Let's see, number 18, Broncos, do you have an answer? Oh, just barely right into the net. And it'll go back to the Westview Wildcats. We're going back and forth, serve for serve. and it is 14-19. Number 1 serves and right into the net. Let's see. This is very tense. Just serve for serve for serve. 13-20, subbing out. 20 back on the court. And I believe number 3 up to serve. Let's see, can Broncos get a hit over? Oh no, right back into the net. So, looks like we've just been going back and forth with these serves. Let's look at this replay. So you see, now my sister may know why that happened, but all I know is these girls are putting their heart out there, and we've got, an underhand serve. Sometimes it's the way to go. That's what just happened. And Wildcats didn't seem to have a response to that reception, and luckily we have broken the missed serve curse. So 20-16, Wildcats leading. Can Broncos close the gap? Number 22 up to serve from the Bohls Broncos. Number 22, and she has an answer. Wow. And Westview gets it back over there. They set it up. Can 22 get it over? Yes, she can. And 7 from the Wildcats getting over. And just some miscommunication, a little bit of bumping into each other on the Broncos side. That'll give Westview the point. Let's watch this. So 7 with that nice reception, and 18, you can see, just gets in the way of number 3 a little bit. Doesn't allow her to get that reception. Now we've got number 12 from the Lady Wildcats up to serve, and underhand serve. Nice and consistent. And we've got a little back and forth rally. Oh, and just some miscommunication possibly between 10 and 7. And that'll be a Westview Wildcat point, 16-22. Number 12 up to serve, and back at it again with that consistent underhand serve. Sometimes simple is the answer. Number 4 makes it over. 7, 20. Can they make it over? Oh, and just another lack of communication. Just got to call those balls, ladies. Got to call mine on those. Make sure you're not getting in the way of each other. Here, we'll watch that replay, see that again. And, all right. It is. Let's watch this again. So you see, neither of them know who's going to really go for that ball. And a great way to combat that is communication. Communication, especially in a volleyball game, is very important. Now we've got a timeout, and wow, look at this, 16-23. Westview Wildcats 2 points away from winning this set. Really impressive to see. I've seen a lot of growth on this Wildcats volleyball franchise. Very inspiring. You can see that these girls have definitely been practicing a lot together, and I find that very, very amazing to see. Hopefully, Westview Wildcats can put a banner on their ball.
And Princeton, for those that are watching us live, the internet's not very good here, but we will upload the full quality show right after this.
Got it.
All right, so everybody can see us.
All right, score 16-23. Lady Wildcats. Broncos, can they receive it? And it is going to be another Wildcats point. This is match point. 1 more point, and the Wildcats will win the first set. Do the Broncos have an answer, and are they able to make a comeback and send this set into a deuce? We'll see. 20. Can they make it over? Number 3. And it's over. And that'll be a Broncos point. So that would be really interesting if we were able to send that into a deuce. Let's look at this replay. So we've got an attempted reception, and 7 Could have gotten it up, just got to get those knees lower sometimes. Number 10, up to serve. And, wow, powerful serve. Received by Wildcats. And, again, that's what I'm talking about, the communication. You see, 17 to 18 to 24. Wildcats up, but Broncos do seem to be a little on fire. As you can see, there's a little mishap there of, no one being there to cover that spot. Number 10 up to serve. Can she do it? And it is out, and the Lady Wildcats have won the first set against the Bohls Broncos. What a wonderful set. Let's replay that match point, and it is just out of bounds. Very impressive, Lady Wildcats and Bohls Broncos too. Seeing them regain that momentum at the very end, I did think that they had it for a second.
So it's a wonderful game today. This is the team, A team, right?
This is B team.
This is B team.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
And then we're about to warm up in second set. No, second set.
Second set. Yes.
I'm glad that you're here, Princeton.
Of course.
All I can do is push buttons.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know anything about volleyball, probably.
You see, I'm very familiar. I'm very familiar with the volleyball game. I've been, watching volleyball for my sister for a couple years now, and I personally think volleyball is one of the most entertaining sports to watch. Absolutely.
And your sister's playing tonight?
18, yes. My sister, she's line judging right now, number 11.
All right. So again, for those of you who are watching us online and you're seeing video a little bit breakout, the reason is that this school doesn't have good internet, or it does, but we're not getting reception. But we will upload the full resolution video in a few hours, and everybody can see it again. And they're going to be able to hear you and see you again.
Right.
Didn't we record you so you're working with Trompo now for a lot of things that we're doing, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm ready. Employ me.
Yeah. I think we're going to bring you over to be the official announcer of the games.
I would love that.
All right.
I've actually been wanting to do something like this for years.
Yeah?
I've always wanted to be some sort of announcer.
And tell the audience a little bit about yourself. What are you doing in Connolly?
All right. So my name is Princeton Cuartas. I am an 11th grader at Connolly. I love my school, and I love having pride for my team, my sister's team. Very, very proud person. And at Connolly, hello there. Coming at you from Bohls Middle School. I have always loved being a performer. I am in band and theater. And I also do student council, do class officers. I do Science Olympiad. I'm very involved at my school. And, I just love being able to give my time for other people, and this is why I really enjoy doing this. For all of you guys at home, to be able to provide you with this type of communication, to really show you the beauty of this volleyball game. This amazing sport.
And you can see the girls really excited about it, the team sport, the cheerleading that is happening inside.
Absolutely. Seeing this pep is, honestly, there's an energy in this room that, I haven't been around in a very long time. To see how, at such a young age, these girls are being so supportive of each other. Again, on both sides of the sideline, we've got the Bohls cheer just absolutely rocking it with these amazing chants, so in sync. And then the Lady Wildcats, doing their job, making sure that their A team is supporting their B team. Very great to see so much support. Another thing I want to notice is I believe Bohls has supplied photographers, student photographers, and it's really amazing to see these young people getting these opportunities for all these different passions they have. So just taking notice of all these moving components of, of course, we want to highlight the players of this game, but there are so many things around it that really make watching these sports games so special. Now we have number 4 up to serve from the Lady Wildcats, and number 20 with the reception. 12 over, 20. Wow, just look at that rally. And almost over, but can't really seem to coordinate the swing on that play, and that'll be a Bohls point. Number 4 up to serve. And that's over. Wow, let's see. So there was a little hiccup on that play right there. That'll be a Westview point. Number 7 up to serve. And let's see. It's received by the Broncos. And wow, just riding the net there. That's really impressive. Wow, great hit for Mate's. And almost received by Wildcats, but couldn't quite make it over. Let's take a look at that. So look at that swing right there. See, you can tell that had some intention of being inbounds, but not receivable inbounds. And that's what I find very impressive when those kind of plays happen. So Broncos leading with 1 point, 2-1. Number 20 up to serve. And it's over. Lady Wildcats, and almost. But that'll be a Broncos point. Number 20 up to serve again. 20 had a great acing streak last set. Very impressive. And it is over. Ace! Possibly, yeah. Ace called by lineman. That was inbounds. Broncos 4-1. 20 just seems to have some sort of answer. All right, here we go. And can they receive it this time? Wow. Just really great work. And now we have a timeout, I believe, called by the Wildcats. Let's replay that serve right there. Oh, looks like we're getting a timeout call replay.
There's another replay.
Here we go. Replay
There's
again.
another one. The pass one.
Yeah, you see, you've got to really have that hustle whenever those balls are out of bounds. It may be early in the set. However, Broncos have a lot of momentum right now. Great call by Coach Tolliver of the Westview Wildcats to take the timeout right there. Broncos were really on a roll. No, you always want to try to interrupt that a little bit. So, Wildcats, let's see if they, got a good pep talk and get their head back in the game. Number 20 up to serve again, just on fire. And Wildcats just can't seem to get an answer for that. Really great job, number 20 on the Broncos. Here we go again, and Wildcats, can they get it over? Oh, just a little miscommunication there on, whether that ball was going to go over the net or be a pass. Let's look at that. So 15 just didn't seem ready to receive that yet, and you've really got to be on the same page with those kind of things. And received by the Wildcats. They have now made it over the net, and unfortunately just ran to the net there. Couldn't really get a good angle on that ball. It is now 8-1. Broncos with a very impressive lead. Let's look at that. You see it bounces off the net, and also there's just really nothing you can do in that situation. It's really hard to get out of those places. And an ace by number 20 on the Broncos. Wow, I mean, 9-1, and there have only been, I believe, 2 Broncos who have served tonight, and they are up 9-1. Really impressive there. Let's see 20 again, and it is short. You see, you can't win them all, but she definitely won most. That was really impressive. Now, back to the Wildcats. Number 5 serving. And, you can see the power on that swing. Just maybe some direction. But she looks, look at that again. And look at that swing right there. A lot of effort, you see. Those swings are just so impressive. Like, some of these girls really got some strong arms on them. Very cool. So we have number 8 from the Bohls Broncos up to serve. And it is 10-2 Broncos. And wow, very close to net. That was really impressive serve, but Wildcats just seem to respond. And it is out of bounds. That'll be a Wildcat point. Now number 1. So let's look at that. And you see, 15 almost trying to play a little soccer there. Anyway, 18 makes it over. We've got a good rally going on. And Westview point. Very, very nice thing. Nice commitment by number 8. Let's look at that. Look at that right there. Oh, yeah, see, just great commitment. And now we've got another serve from number 1 and a really good rally going on. See, wow, just right back and forth. And it's over! Wow, so impressive. That would have caught me off guard for sure. Let's take a look at that. Just back and forth. Look at that 18. You see, it's never over until it's over. You've got to go for those, and then next thing you know, it pays off. Really nice to see that. Very nice rally, ladies. And wow, number 18 from the Broncos is just on fire. Ace right after a killer dip. Super impressive stuff. Number 18, does she have an answer again? Just a little wrong way, but she's definitely contributed a lot to this game, and honestly, building some. Oh no! Sorry about that, folks. Building some momentum for the Broncos. Now we have number, I believe, 3, and that will be out, and it is going to be 13-5. Broncos. And we're subbing out 13 for 20 and 17 for 3 on the Bohls Broncos. Just great game tonight. I mean, I'm seeing some really great volleyball being played, and while it is 13-5, Westview in these games has been holding their own, really making Bohls work for those points. And wow, you see, those, you've got to be ready for those. You never know, right, when it's going to hit the net. And look at that. See, just barely over. Great serve, honestly. Those are definitely risky to go for. And so now we've got Coach Tolliver hopefully trying to remotivate her students, her players, because the Bohls Broncos have a 9-point lead right now, and they're in a very good spot. However, we did see in set 1, Wildcats did give them a run for their money. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily over or anything. So as long as these Wildcats can keep their head in the game, listen to their coach, and regain some of that momentum that Broncos seems to be having a lot of possession over, I think they have a chance. Number 3 up to serve, and received by the Wildcats. Do the Wildcats have an answer? Oh, no. Wow. See now, if the Bohls Broncos win the set, we'll go into a third one, making this game very interesting. Number 3, an attempted serve over and just couldn't seem to make it. Maybe a little toe hiccup there. Let's take a look. And wow, you see number 7 from the Wildcats. Great commitment trying to go. And serve Wildcats. Let's see, they got it over and it's over. Wildcat point. It is 15-7, a slight closing of the gap. Can the Wildcats close it up even more? Wildcats number 12 up to serve, and it's over. Up, and just no one there to really answer that call for that reception. And it is 16-7. Number 7 from the Broncos up to serve. See, you've got to be really careful, when you're on that high of just winning that first set. You got to make sure you stay locked in to really secure the win. Number 7, and it's over. Really nice serve, nice spin on that. And Wildcats, they looking good. Have an answer. Seem cohesive, both of these teams. And it's over to the... Wildcats just lacking some communication there. Those kind of balls you've really got to make sure you receive, because that was definitely receivable, as you can see. But unfortunately, it's just a matter of who calls mine. Wow. Very, very interesting serve run up there. Really cool to see all these different approaches to serve. Very nice. And we've got another timeout. If from the Wildcats, I want to say their last timeout of the night for this set, possibly. It is 18-7. And the Broncos are 7 points away from winning this set and sending the Wildcats into a third one. 7 over, and Wildcats, can they get it over? Oh, unfortunately it hits the net. Now you see, personally, those plays aren't over. Let's take a look. So, even though it does run into the net, if another player goes under and scoops it up and gets it over, you can still recover that play. So, it's all about having that commitment, ladies. Look at that. Number 7, Wildcats have an answer. Can Broncos get it over? What a you see, you've got to be ready for those. Even if it looks like you've got the win, you got to stay on your toes. As you can see, number 4 looks like it might go over, but it just doesn't have that momentum. And 7-5, you got to be ready for those. And it's over, and it's out. That's going to be a Westview point. It is 20-8. 12-point lead by the Broncos. 5 points away. Let's take a look at what we just saw. And, yeah, just out of bounds there. And you know what happens sometimes? It happens. Number 4 up to serve. Wow, very nice swing. And you see those communication issues. You can see, actually, number 7, I believe, calls mine. Is 20-9, by the way. Broncos up, but maybe Wildcats getting some momentum. And number 4 over. Wow, that's a really great swing number 4 has. And number 1 with the answer over, that's great. Oh, and they just can't seem to get that over the net. Very close, but look at that. Westview coming back, 20-10. Let's look at this. And just not enough power to get that dump over. And number 4 right into the net there, and that'll be 21-10 Broncos. If you can see, the Broncos student section has a lot of hype right now. Very awesome to see all the support in the youth. And Westview over. Broncos, do you have an answer? Set and kill, possibly? No. Wildcats have an answer, and it's over. Wow, great rally. Do they have it? Can they get it over? And do the Wildcats have an answer? They do. They make it over. And that is a Wildcat point, ladies and gentlemen. See, look at that intense rally. Just so clutch from number 5. Being able to catch the Broncos off guard like that. Just so great. Making sure you keep your head in the game like that and never giving up. Number 7, over and received by the Broncos. Can they get it over? They can. And number 1 with the set over. Number 4 sets it up for number 1 and nice. 18, let's see, can I get over? 12 receives. Number 1 over. And that is going to be another Wildcat point. I see the Wildcats getting some momentum. Let's look at that right there. And almost, maybe some like miss. If you like to notice the line judge just putting everything out there. And that's going to be out. 22 to 12. Let's look at the line judge right there. Number 11 right on the side, and wow, just now that's the MVP right there. Number 11, Sofia Cuartas, also known as my sister. Number 20, over, unfortunately, out. It is 22 to 13. To see the Broncos with such a big lead, but Westview still dragging this on and really making them work for their points. Very nice to see. You know, the score doesn't tell all of the stories. Number 15 up to serve, and it is over. Nice underhand swing. Look at that. Really hard to receive, and nice spirit on Westview. Look at that powerful swing. Just so much direction, so much power. It's really hard to see that coming from an underhand swing. And 15, do you have an answer? And it's out. It's going to be 23 to 14 Broncos. And we've got some subs. 22 coming in for number 7 for the Broncos, and 8 coming in for 12 from the Broncos. And then 24, I want to say 13 for the Broncos. 13, nice. Some good memories still. Number 8, Broncos, can you make it over? Wow, yes you can. Those are some serves that I need. How do you even tell that's going to happen? Look at that, just right over the top there. Yeah, you know, it's just, you never really expect that. If you can do that, have those, see, number 8, wow, and they've won the set. That was match point, and we're going to go into a third set. Wildcats and Broncos for the win. Let's see who will come out on top. Now, something I do notice from number 8 is look at this serve, very close to the net. You see, hits the net. If you can do that consistently, you can make that a weapon. You see how close that is, how it just barely bounces off the net, but still has that momentum and power to go over. Really great thing to see. And being able to use that to your advantage and manipulate that can definitely cause some teams to, you know, get a little caught off guard there. The Westview Wildcats, something I do want to point out is, if you can see, they have a lot less players than the Broncos, which I think is actually very impressive to see this small but such a mighty team. Seeing that all of these girls are pulling their weight, really awesome to see out there. Again, not to discredit the Broncos, all of these ladies are doing a great job tonight. I do just want to point out, you know, how impressive it is to see the Westview Wildcats really giving the Broncos a run for their money. At this point, it's anyone's game. We saw a great performance in set 1 from the Lady Wildcats, with the Broncos following closely behind them. And then the Broncos possibly even using that as motivation and really getting some momentum there in that second set. Really impressive stuff to see. And that's why I say it is really anyone's game. I couldn't tell you who I'd put my money on, because both of these teams, these girls are on fire tonight. And at the end of the day, it's not always about winning. It's just about playing the game, playing some good old volleyball, and that's what we're seeing. That's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. So we can see the Broncos team getting ready, and same with the Wildcats, just coming together, trying to figure out a game plan on how they can secure their win. So I can only imagine what's running through their heads right now, knowing that they both have an equal chance to win this. So we'll see who can lock in, who can secure the dub. So amazing to see, even at an away game, Westview side making some noise. That A team is just so supportive. And Coach Tolliver pulls them back, coming up with a game plan. We'll see. Is she telling them the key, the answer for tonight to win? All right, 0-0. It is anyone's. Now, for the final B team set, who will come out on top? B team of the Bohls Broncos or the B team of the Lady Wildcats? Let's see. How do I make it? All right. Thank you. Zero, zero. Here we go. A new, fresh, clean slate for both teams. 1-1 against each other. Who can get this set and win the night for their B team? It's so amazing to see, this stressful game environment, but these girls still have a smile on their face, still ready to go. It really shows you the community that they build in these teams and all the love they have for each other. Bohls with the first serve, number 4. Here we go, starting off strong, and it is not able to go over the net. Westview starting off with points. Now, number 4 on Wildcats. Is it an answer? Broncos set and can't get it over. Westview 2-0. Let's take a look at that again. You see, so we've got the reception there and an attempted set, and they just don't know which hitter's going to go up and do that. And an ace from number 4. Great job, number 4, from the Wildcats. Just really giving those really powerful balls. Great swing, great swing. And look at that. You see that? See how flat like that looked? It's so impressive. And weren't able to get it over in 3 possessions. And wow, Westview starting off strong, 4-0. And timeout early in the 3rd set. You see, this is a great call because it is everything's on the line. This is the set to win. And it's 4-0. Look at that. These girls just look ecstatic on the Lady Wildcats. So excited to see that they are really winning. And then the Bohls Broncos, you know, seeing some hiccups, but it's good to see that the coach doesn't look like he's giving up hope on them yet, and still seems to be motivating. And a missed high five. Ooh, we've got to get that coordination up, Bohls, if we want to win this set. But as we can see, the Wildcats, they are ready to go. And nice. Just great attitude from both teams. Let's play some good volleyball, see who comes out on top. Westview, great serve, and can Bohls get it over? They cannot. 5-0. Wildcats with that momentum. All right. And yeah, just right to the net there. Can't get over. Number 4, so consistent. Always making it over the net. And number 12, got it over. We've got a rally going. Look at that. See, something you gotta notice there is, yes, that was out of bounds, and Bohls finally put some points on the board. Something you gotta notice there is, look at how number 12, you know, goes to get that dig, and they stop, and they let. That is called communication, and that is a great thing to see in this game called volleyball. We've got some Bohls subs at the moment. And number 20 from the Bohls Broncos up to serve consistently in both sets has had a great run of aces. So we'll see, can she keep it up? And it's out. Wow. You know, and she'll obviously most likely get some more opportunities, but very, very surprising inconsistency there from number 20. Now we've got number 7 on the Lady Wildcats, ready to possibly ace them up, in the words of Wildcats 18. We go 6-1, or 5-1, excuse me, Wildcats. And it's over, and now it is 6-1. Wildcats with a lead. You see, let's look at this replay. And just Shag, 17 does try to recover the play, but unfortunately just too much spin on that to counteract that. And you know what that comes from? A powerful serve like that from number 7. And a back set. Wow, didn't expect that. Really nice catching the team off guard, but they still had an answer. And making it over. Can the... see, Wildcats, they almost recovered it. And I'm loving to see this commitment from number 5. As you can see, it hits, and it looks like it's going to go. But number 5 still goes for it. And that's what I love to see. You know, it can get pretty frustrating when you see, especially at sports at this age, a lot of these kids, you know, they kind of look at it and they just kind of give it up. So to see, you know, that kind of commitment to the ball, to the play, to the game, really awesome. Great job out there, Lady Wildcats. 7-2. Just really, really awesome. 5-point lead, but you can't get ahead of yourself because Broncos could always close gap. Number 8 to serve, and it won't make it over the net. That'll be a Westview point. All right, we've got number 15 from the Lady Wildcats. Really nice underhand serve that this Lady Wildcat has. let's see. Just look at that. Look at that power. But it's not too much to where it goes out of bounds. But Broncos have an answer. And number 4 just can't seem to coordinate that correctly. And that'll be a Broncos point. Let's look at that. So we take a look at number 4 here, and it's attempted, but just barely missed. You know, getting low is a really good way to combat that. But I'm sure y'all know what y'all are doing out there. And great call by the Wildcats, being able to recognize that that's out. Good job. It is 9-3. Look at that. Just realizing, oh, that's going to be out, and it's barely out. You know, being familiar with the court like that, really impressive to see at this age. Number 4 with a possible kill. Unfortunately, it's going to hit the net, but great swing there. I see a lot of potential. With enough height on that ball and enough jump, that definitely has the potential to be a killer swing. Number 1 with the underhand serve, and can the Broncos get over? And fortunately, they cannot. It is 11-3. Great job maintaining that lead, Wildcats. You are just on fire. Number 1 up to serve again. And 22, 18. Does 22 have an answer? Yes! Yes, she does. And 7 spits it right back at her. Unfortunately, we got, you know, number 12 with a little air hitting it into the net there. But sometimes, you know, the trajectory that the ball's coming at you, as you can see, no, you can definitely reroute that. But sometimes, you know, it comes at you at a certain angle, and it just, you can't do anything but hit the net. And it's just the way physics can be. 11-4. Look at Wildcats with that lead. Broncos, number 3. Can she regain the momentum for her team? And that's not going to make it over, unfortunately. It is 12-4. We're looking at a Westview sub. 3 coming in for 5. And number 3, here we go. Underhand, very nice. Wow. Okay, can they get over? Oh, and they can, and it's out. Wow, 13-4. Something that I really like about the Wildcats team is they have this underhand serve. Oh, here, let's look. And yeah, that's just out. You've got to be more familiar with the court to know where you're at and how much power you need to be close, but not out. And 20 has an answer to number 3's serve. 18 with the swing, and number 1 with the swing right back. And that's going to be out. That's going to be a Wildcat point. Look at that cheer team. It's just so many young ladies out there supporting their friends. Super great to see. Number 3 come up to serve. And wow, look at that. That's a doozy for sure. And they're 3. They make it over. Number 1, number 7, over. Very nice, you know, just clutching up there, even when it's getting tight by the sideline. And no one's there to answer that. You see, when you see that coming down and no one's there, you've got to go for those. It's all about, you know, that commitment and sacrificing yourself for the play. Something I love about, you know, the Wildcats is their underhand serves are controlled. You know, they're never hitting it too far. It's really great. Number 7 from Bohls coming over. And great set. Let's see. Can they get it over? Oh, just some miscommunication there. Oh, wow. Looking at some tension between 12 and 18 there. You see they kind of bump into each other. And 12 gets a little upset. You see, this isn't just a game of being, and wow, wait, that was the 3rd set, that's it. The Wildcats have won the game. The Lady Wildcats B team has beaten the Bohls Broncos. Great game, ladies, from both sides. Seeing some amazing work out there, amazing commitment to the game. Now, a little recap is just notice, you know, it's also about the community on the team. You know, you don't win games just off of skill, just off of playing. It's also about having that team spirit. And you know, when you're getting down in those huge leads like that, those huge deficits in points, you really want to be careful to not let that affect your attitude, because your attitude can save a game. So a question that I have is, what grade are you in?
8th grade.
8th grade. So do you do this for a club? Is this like your own personal
I'm
passion?
in yearbook class. It's like a business class. I take photos for the yearbook, like a volleyball games, any games.
Wow, so you get to come to these for free then?
Yes.
That's amazing. So you just get all these wonderful opportunities. Is this something you would want to do in the future?
Possibly.
Wow, I think it's great that Bohls offers that kind of opportunity for you guys. So,
I mean, it's not just Bohls. Other schools in like Pflugerville ISD also offer it.
really, wow,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, that's such an amazing thing, and I just wanted to, get all the components of the game out on our little broadcast here. And if you want to wave to the camera, say hi. This is
Emily?
Emily. This is Emily. All right, thank you, Emily, and have a great night and take some great pictures. All right, just wonderful to see all of these opportunities that they get. And here, let's see if we can interview one of the coaches. Sir, are you busy? Yeah. Are you busy? Okay, I'm sorry. Coach Ochoa, are you busy right now? Yeah. Okay, you're busy? I won't interview you then. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to get a lookout, and I can't seem to locate the B team. Wait, are you on Westview B team?
Yes.
Do you have somewhere to go?
No.
Okay, do you want to be interviewed? Yes. Okay, so you are number 4?
Yes.
Correct? I was watching your gameplay, and I just want to say your serves are so powerful. What goes through your head to make sure, that you're serving consistently?
So whenever I'm serving, I be thinking like, okay, so maybe like, think about the point. And then so whenever I think about the point, so much goes through my mind and I start breathing, I start getting scared. But when I realize my serve went over, I'm not scared anymore. So I start to have confidence in myself.
So that's how you build that consistency
Yes,
up. Because,
yes.
Once you get it going, you get it going.
Yes,
It's really
yes.
awesome. Anyway, great job out there. How do you feel after that win?
Oh, I feel amazing. Like, this is our, we almost beat Kelly Lane, but they kind of got us. We beat Park Crest and we beat Bohls.
Wow.
We're it's better than last year.
So Westview's a force to be reckoned with this
Yes.
season, for sure.
Yes.
And one other thing I want to ask is, in that second set, you guys were down by a lot of points. How do you guys approach that? How do you keep your spirits up and keep playing to the best of your ability?
We hype each other up so people can so the team members can relax a bit, because sometimes whenever they start to win, they'll lose all their hope, and we cannot have that happening.
Okay. And I think it's so great that you guys have that sort of spirit on your team. And
Yes.
it's just amazing to see out there. So if you want to wave to the camera. So
I'm
this,
on TV?
Yes, you're on
Wait,
TV.
I am? Hey, can I say hi to my grandparents?
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Papa Gigi. It's nice, y'all watching me on TV. Hi, Mom and Dad. No, hi, Mark, and hi, Mom.
And before I go, please say your name for the
My
camera.
name is Samaya Meek.
Samaya.
Yeah.
Amazing to see your play out there.
Thank you.
Great job. Just great job. Here, I think I'll interview another one of your teammates, possibly.
Do Jade.
Number 7? Number 7. Hi, do you think that I could get an interview for this broadcast we're doing?
Yes, you would love to.
Yes. Okay, wait. So, no?
You would love to.
Really quick, I promise. It'll be super
You
easy.
got that.
So, I do want to say, I was watching the game. Something I noticed is you have some commitment to the floor. You are never afraid to, get down there and get a good dig. How do you keep that motivation to, not get scared of falling?
I don't know. I play a lot of other sports where you have to dig a lot, so that just helps, I guess.
Okay. And, how do you feel after that crazy win?
I feel awesome. Our coach really wanted us to win, and we won. So that's why.
Wow, that's great. Making your coach proud. That's amazing. Are there any words that you want to say about to your teammates possibly?
I'm really proud of how we played today, and I think if we do that in the future, we can get a banner. So it'll be great.
Nice. That's what I would hope for. Yeah. And all right. So say your name for the camera one more time.
Jane Morgan.
Look, you go ahead and wave. All right. Thank you, Jane. And one to take that. That is right. Cheer manager. We got a cheer manager. And it's very like. We've got a volleyball manager. Do you want to interview really quick? Here you go. Okay. Wait. So, you're the volleyball manager. What does that job entail?
So it's basically where
Here, hold the house, okay?
so it's basically where I'm just helping out, fill up their waters or keeping up the motivation if they're losing or if they're winning with them. So they still have a positive time when they're playing.
That's great. And what grade are you in?
8th grade.
8th grade. It's so amazing to see this kind of. Oh, that's right. You guys are all in 8th grade. It's great to see this kind of maturity coming from such a young group of girls. It's just really amazing to see starting from such a young age. That's so amazing. And I just want to say, yes, I am a junior. I'm in 11th grade. And I just want to say that watching you guys play out there, even with the second set that didn't happen, watching you guys come back and really keep that momentum, very impressive. You guys did an amazing job out there. It's all up to Nard. So anyway, you guys have a great evening, and let's cheer on the A team, right? Let's go. They got this. Right, my sister, Sophia. Does anyone have a prediction they want to share for you guys? Okay, who am I here with?
Caitlin.
Caitlin, okay, what do you think?
I think they'll win. It might go into 3 sets
Okay.
because sometimes they get a little bit cocky with the first set they win, and so then the second set gets some ups and downs.
Right?
I think she's serving. Yeah. And so is it really serving good right?
Oh, no.
So anyway, sorry.
All right. So, great to hear that
I
prediction.
think they'll win the first set, maybe. Yeah, probably win the first set.
Okay.
But I think they'll take it home.
All right, we got this. So, I'm going to start heading back now as we are about to start tonight's game for A team. I'm walking into a little traffic here. It's really scary seeing all these powerful snakes. Yes, I am interviewing number 11, who should be locking in on the game. Did you see that? I just kicked the volleyball because I'm the MVP. All right, let's get back up there and get ready to watch another great game of volley.
Set.
Here we've got Coach Tolliver ready to go, coming off of a win. We'll see what she can do. And now we've got our A teams exchanging hands. Look at that. Great sportsmanship. And look at that. This Westview team lining up for their team, showing them support, hyping them up, being there for them. All right. If you can hear that spirit coming from the Westview B team, really amazing stuff to see. Oh, and even on the court, Sophia's number 11, Sophia's chant doesn't seem to take off. Come on, ladies, let's get some pep in there. Number 19 for the Bohls Broncos, giving us our first serve of the night for the A-team game. Number 19 runs up, and nice swing, very powerful. 1 has an answer, 7, great kill, great commitment, and 12 gets it over, just little too much power there, and that first point is gonna go to the Bohls Broncos. Let's look at that. Great commitment. You see that there. Just really not letting the ball hit the ground. 19 with the serve again, and that's an ace. You see, you gotta have that commitment, gotta be ready to go for those. Great angle that serve came at, though. Very hard to receive. You definitely tell number 19 knows what she's doing out here. That's gonna be 2-0. Broncos. Number 19, and it does hit the net. And that's going to be 2-1. Now we have number 11, Sophia, up to serve. Let's see what she can do. And she's got a nice run up. And it's, wow! Just an absolute bullet. Right down to number 6 on the Broncos, who doesn't seem to have an answer for that. Look at this. Look how close that is to the top. You see, that'll trip a player up. They're like, oh, is it going to hit the net? Do I need to go for this? What angle is that coming at me? With that power, let's see if she can do it again. And it's absolute silence in the place right now. Ace, Sophia, number 11. And she regains the lead for her team. Number 11, here we go. Can she do it again? And nice. Another point. Just on fire. Number 11, Sophia. Let's look at that replay. And you can see she skips, jumps, swing. Beautiful, powerful swing. And, you know, these Bohls Broncos, they're getting into position to receive it. But with that kind of power, you have to be absolutely silence in the gym. And unfortunately, that is going to be out. But you can see just how stunning that serving form is. And we're going to go to the Broncos, number 14. Let's see what she can do. And that's out. That's going to be a Westview point. So if we look, and they're judging, and they notice it's going to be out. And it's great, you know, some of those balls are really hard to call. And, you know, sometimes you get this urge to go. Now we have number 14, Julieta, coming up to serve. And over. Amazing work there. And number 11, Sophia. Number 1, Gali. And let's see, does Broncos have an answer? And it's over, it's high. Set, and can we get a hit? Nice kill. Number 7, Katie. Very impressive. Let's look at this powerful swing. So we've got this coordination 11. Sets it up perfectly, jump and hit. That is very impressive. Look at this coordination on this team right here. They know exactly who's getting what and where it needs to go. Julieta again with the serve, and it's over. Perfect. Do the Broncos have a response? 21, and no, unfortunately they do not. That receive just does not go in the direction they need it to go. And we're looking at 7-3, Westview Wildcats. Julieta again with the serves. Been very consistent so far tonight. And look at that, just again. And the tip. Sophia centered up over. Oh, and I believe there was a call on against Westview for possibly a double. Who knows? We're having a little confusion, as you can see, but doesn't look like it's going to be too much to upset the Wildcats. And it's 4-7 Wildcats. Can the Broncos regain the lead? Number 2, Broncos up to serve. And, okay, received, over 11, and that tip, that's going to be a point. So you see here, they're getting ready, and she sees it, and it may look like, you know, she's going to go for that set, get her hitter set up, but she catches him off guard, dumps it. Great play by Sophia, 11. And great pass by number 7, Katie. Now we have number 6, Kiyoki coming up to serve, and it's over. Great job. And nice dump by number 19 from Bohls. It's going to be 5-8. So that was actually a very great form of a dump right there, just sending it straight down, making it unreceivable. 21 from Bohls, receive, set, and can we get a hit? Oh, just doesn't seem to make it over. Just right into the net. And here we look, we see, and almost just needs a little more push up there. It'll be 6-8, and 21 from Bohls coming up to serve. Just waiting for that whistle to get ready to go. Crazy environment in this court. And that'll be a Westview point. You see, hearing it get dead silent like that. Very nice. 7, Katie coming up to serve. And what can she do? And wow, powerful, amazing. Luckily, Bohls gets it up and they hit it over. Now, who's got it? And Sophia, does she have a hit? She does! Very nice. Great point there. Great. So you see, Gali to Katie to Sophia, and that's over. And Bohls just can't seem to get that response. Katie with the serve again. Here we go. And just right out of bounds, shagged by Bohls. I mean, the Lady Wildcats in their serving game, so dominant. And is it over? It is. And that'll be another shake from Bohls. Look at that. Just look at this. Show how flat and powerful that is. Right over the top of the net. And you just can't receive some of those sometimes. It's just too powerful. And can she do it again? She can. And Bohls may have a response this time. Okay. And it's over. And lack of communication there from the Broncos. You see, you just got to be ready with a team on such fire like the Lady Wildcats. You just have to know, hey, I need to be on my toes every second of this game. Katie up to serve again. Just wow, so consistent, so powerful. And honestly, I feel maybe I'm picking up on a little loss of motivation from Bohls. They don't seem to be going for those balls as much as they should. And Katie again, so powerful. Wow, I mean, what do you even do? So we've got, look at that, just so fast. And you see, I actually realize I have been switching the score. Oh, and again, it is 6-16, and Bohls has to call a timeout, and honestly, I would too. This team is on fire. Katie, props to you on these points that are being scored by Westview, possibly the past 5, 6, 7. They've been scored without Bohls even being able to make it past the net because of how powerful and intimidating these serves can be. Great swing and very impressive.
And you can tell Westview more relaxed, having fun, enjoying it, then a little bit more serious on the other side with the Broncos.
Right. You see Bohls in there having some passionate talk, looking very serious, and learning, hey, we need to lock in because we're in a spot where, their distance from winning the set is less points. than our distance from even being able to tie up with them. So we see the cheer team trying to instill some more pep in this team, which I love, because that looks like exactly what they need right now. Back to Katie again. Let's see, did the timeout ruin her flow, or nope, still got it. And however, it's received by Bohls. May have gotten some momentum back from that little break. Katie, Sophia with a kill. It's gonna be out. You see, great swing form there. Just, gotta be a little tighter. Gotta make sure you stay in those lines. But again, great attempt. Number 24 to serve. And it's just not gonna be able to make it over the net. You see, there's a lot of risk when you have those kind of serves, because the Wildcats are just such a strong serving team. You can't risk giving them that back, because they could very well win on just serves, which is the majority of their points right now. Now we have Gali up to serve. Let's see what she can do. And it's over. Bohls. And they get it over. Katie, Sophia to set. And Katie with an attempted hit, but it's not going to make it over the net. Back to Bohls. So let's take a look. So, great serve, just possibly needed a little more height on that jump. And you know what? That's okay. You can't always get it perfect, especially in the heat of a game. Number 6 from Bohls getting ready to serve, starting from pretty far behind the line there. Let's see if she's got, a pretty powerful run up here. Excited, and wow, really nice. And let's see, can Sophia make the finish? Received by Bohls, over, and Katie, Sophia, who's got it? Katie, and wow, great kick, okay. And that'll be shanked by Westview. That'll be a Bohls point. You see, great chemistry between Sophia and Katie. Just, Escher, number 10, tries to get over the net, just a little tight. Bohls serve, and a stoppage of the play. That'll be a Westview point, I believe, for stepping over the line. Let's take a look.
No, that's the last play.
That was the last play. And yeah, you see it's just a little tight in there. Now, if she can get it just over the net, Escher, she can have a crazy kill with that. Oh, and we're just replaying again. We've got number 6 serving from Bohls. Oh, I believe he's correcting that it is a Westview point, and that should be a Westview ball. No. So, little confusion on the Broncos side, believing that it's their point. However, it was Westview's point, I believe, for a line violation. And we have number 10, Escher, getting ready to serve. It is 9-18, Westview in the lead, doubling the score of the Broncos. And Escher, just into the net, but a very powerful swing. You can see that power. Once she gets that high on there, she'll be unstoppable. Loving this coordination on the Bohls cheers. 10-18. Westview up, number 19, ready to serve, and received by Westview. Katie and Sophia just barely gets it over the net. And Bohls just slips right off their hands right there. As you see, 19 attempts to get it, and it's just too tight on the net. You can't do that without risking hitting the net. And Sophia up to serve, and not gonna make it over. That's gonna be a Bohls point. It's going to be 19-, I would hope 11 soon. Well, it looks like the scoreboard's not going to get updated, so I'm going to change to that. All right, number 14, and serve. And a set and a hit. Broncos responds. Gali, Sophia, Katie, strong, nice point. Great job, Westview. Let's take a look at this. Set and kill. That is volleyball, my friends. Take another angle. Look at that beautiful set just set up right there. Right for her height, right for her score. Julieta up to serve. Here we go. Very consistent server here. Nice. Always making it over. You can always count on her. 14 swings and just can't make it over. It is 21-10. Great job. Just dominating the game, Lady Wildcats. Julieta again. It's quiet. And here we go. Wow, great swing. And it's set. It's out of bounds. And see, what I love about that is, you see this? That hit, swing, nice swing. And then it's received, and it's set out of bounds. And you know, that is an error on number 11, Sophia's part. But her team goes up and makes sure that, you know, she's okay. And I think that's great. Number 3, Sammy has just entered the court. It is 21-11, Broncos. Number 2 from Broncos getting ready to serve. Over, and received by Katie, and hit, and received by Broncos. Impressive on that strong hit, and Katie's got it over, and it's in. Wow, just barely in. Let's see, can we take a look? You look and you see help is called for, it's over, and it's barely in. That accuracy, so impressive. Number 12, Allison, subbing out for number 6, Kiyoki. And we've got number 4, Emma, subbing out for number 10, Escher. And then 6 and 16 from Bohls, subbing out. Got some subs, making sure all the girls are nice and well rested on their best game. Kiyoki to serve, and it's 22-11, Wildcats. And that's going to hit the net. And that's going to be a Bohls point. You see Coach Tolliver staying supportive on that sideline, you know, because she knows these girls have got it. 10-point lead, 3 points away from winning the set. They have got this. Number 11, Broncos. And that's going to be out. 2 points left for the Lady Wildcats to win this set. Feels like it's gone by really fast. You can see number 11, Sophia. That is the setter of the Wildcats. And Katie to serve. Oh my goodness. Do you know, I would be freaking out if I had that kind of power of a swing coming at me. Great job, number 7. Look at this. The camera can barely even keep up with it. Watch. Just, oh my goodness, off frame. And again, wow, just great form. And this is match point. Can the Westview Wildcats get it with a possible 13-point lead? Let's see. And it's over. Sophia, and it's in. And that is a Wildcat set 1 win. Let's see that. It is set up by Katie, number 11, Sophia, and it barely hits in. Perfect spot kill there. That is wonderful. Great first set, ladies. Super impressive.
What a great game. I think a lot of excitement on this one.
Absolutely.
However, the Westview team was more in the game, more consistent, hitting more, and I think psychologically it seems like the Broncos, they just gave up a little.
For sure. You see, it's really hard when you see, like, even just the environment of having these super powerful serves coming at you like that. I mean, that's enough to weaken some morale for sure. And, you know, it's up to the teammates and it's up to the players, it's up to the coach as well to really keep a you know, their head up and making sure that they don't let it phase them, because at the end of the day, both teams have great opportunity to win. And, you know, as much as we see this raw talent from Westview, there's still an aspect of congratulations to everyone on the team and forgiving each other for errors in the game. And I find that as one of the key components to allowing them to be so dominant in this game. Very impressive to see such a cohesive unit. You see, you can definitely tell a difference in the environment on each team. You know, Westview looking relaxed, looking confident, and, you know, knowing who they are. And then we have Bohls still happily to see, you know, smiles on their faces, that they can keep up that spirit, and hopefully in the next set, you know, they can put their best foot forward.
You can tell the Broncos having a little bit more of a, you can see on their faces,
Right.
you know, and I noticed this in the sport, is you can see Julieta shaking hands, just playing, being relaxed, Coach Tolliver, the body language more, you know,
Right.
nice and easy.
Number 3, Sammy's just got her legs crossed, just chilling,
Right.
you know. And then Sophia 11 just laughing it up with number 15 on B team, who won their game previously. Looks like it might be a double Wildcat dub. So,
Well, it's there. But certainly the Broncos are giving a good fight. They're doing their best.
Right.
It seems like, to me, that you really don't want to be in a position where being dominated. And hopefully they can bring something back, because, you know, they still have life to go. But Westview
Right.
is looking aggressive, is looking good, is looking
Absolutely.
strong. So we'll see.
yes, and, you know, we, however, don't want to repeat of what happened last game, which was, you know, this overconfidence of, wow, we won the first set, and then the second set, you know, it just all goes away, and then, you know, Bohls was really starting to bring back some dominance against Westview. So we want to make sure that these girls, you know, don't get too ahead of themselves and realize this is still something they have to work for. And, you know, Bohls, they have all the cards in their hands. They could definitely do it. So let's hope they put up a great fight, and we'll see. Can Westview win this in a 2-0 two-set game, or will we go to a third set?
We're live.
And we're live.
Good job today.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I am so grateful to be here. And, you know, I love watching the sport and I love analyzing sports. And so this is a great thing for me. I love this. Number 11, Sophia, coming up to serve. And she, unfortunately, she hits the net. And you know what? That's going to be a Broncos point first of the game. Number 19 on the Broncos. And that's not going to make it over either. We're going serve per serve. Number 14, Julieta. Let's see. Oh, you see, looks like, I don't know what happened in that little break after the set,
They
but
got cold.
yeah, looks like they got to warm up. See, this might be the importance of warm-ups. 2-1, Broncos. Number 14. Can number 14 break the serving curse right now? And she can. Wow! Great dive by number 4, Emma. Now, you know, Just couldn't seem to get it over the net. Great serve. Very powerful. Went down with a bang. Super impressive stuff. Number 14. And that's over. Look at that. Consistent. Tripped up number 3. Sammy. 4-1 Broncos. Look at this. And you see it just drops down. So that is super impressive. And just barely rides the net, but gives the opportunity for the Wildcats to get it on that slow moment after hitting the net and get that point. So as you can see, it hits the net and it gets a little slower, which allows them to catch that ball. Before, the 14's real advantage was the true speed of her hit was really catching Westview off guard. It's 4-2. Broncos has a lead. 4 left, 10 coming in, 6 coming in. It's Kiyoki and Escher back in the game. Kiyoki, and not going to get over the net. That's going to be a Broncos point. So we've got another sub in from the Broncos, 2 and 10. Oh, and look. Oh, never mind. Number 2, serving. And wow, nice swing. Over. And that'll be a tip from Sophia. Katie, little miscommunication with Katie and Sophia. You know, just not quite getting out of each other's way, as you can see. So, nice attempted dump over there. And then, yeah, just right each other's way there. That's going to be a Broncos point. 6-2. So, looks like Broncos
Seems
are getting
like they came back confident.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's happening what happened in the last game.
Right.
And you can now see the body language. They're like, I'm more tense. What's going on?
Absolutely. Looking at that, you know, hey, we actually do need to lock in. You know, you got to realize if that first time's too easy, you know, they're not going to go down without a fight. They realize, hey, we need to get some momentum back. And let's see.
Seriousness.
Yeah. Look at that. Not a smile in there. Just absolute professional real lock in. And then we see the Broncos celebrating their newfound momentum. 6-2, 4-point lead. Nothing that the Wildcats can't come back from. But if the Broncos capitalize on this and set a gap, then we may have to go into a third set. And it's the Broncos. And it's over. It's received. Katie, Sophia tight on the net with a dump. Kiyoki, and nice, good job, Gali, on trying to, you know, save that play. Just unfortunately couldn't make it happen. So we've got that reception there, and you see, even though it's coming off the net, she's still going for it, which, great stuff to see. But that is going to be a Broncos point. Number 2, over, and nice reception, up, and it's free. She passes it over. 19, over. 7, 11, okay, and 7 over. We are having a great rally here, folks. Can we get it? We got a hit, and we got a reception, and just right into number 11's legs. Let's take a replay on that. She's back and forth, and sets her up for a hit, and she receives just like the trajectory of that ball. You know, it's not getting high enough. That's going to be 8-2. Broncos widening the gap. Number 2 to serve, and see, up, and can she get a hit? Wow, powerful, and there you go. Thank you to Katie for that hit. Sophia sets it up for her, and bang. You see, especially hitting it off the net like that. When you don't hit the net, you know, there's a little chance to predict how's that ball going to go, where do I need to go? But when you purposefully spike it off the net like that, other team never knows. Katie to serve, and it's over, it's powerful, and yeah, that would hurt my forearms if I had to receive that. It's going to be 8-4. Westview is going to be coming back from a 6-point gap, lessening it to 4. Can Katie close this gap? Powerful. Wow. I don't even think 21 looked down at where the ball went. That was impressive. I mean, I just can't imagine. It must be doomsday if you see someone like Katie coming up to go serve. I mean, she's so powerful. There she goes, and that is going to hit the net, and that's going to be a Broncos point. 9-5. The gap has been closed slightly, and 21 going up to serve for the Broncos. It's over. Sammy, Katie, Sophia with a hit. Oh, nice! And that is going to be a point. Look at that. Perfect hit. Sets her up for it. No jump, just pure swing. That's really good to know that she has that kind of control to where she can hit it even just standing and have that kind of, trajectory, that little rainbow to be able to hit still inbounds, even from, that low on the ground. Number 1, Gali, up to serve. And it is 9-6, Broncos. Westview closing the gap. Gali, let's see what she's got. And it's over, it's powerful. Number 1 receives, and little confusion there, but they made some room. And center dump by Katie. Oh, it's still in play. Couldn't quite make it over, but I love the commitment from the Broncos, not letting those plays go to waste. Let's look at that. You see, still just going for it, and good job, Broncos, that commitment. Golly, let's do it again. She will. And it's over, and they've got an answer. Ready, and it's free. Hit, and unfortunately just can't make it over there, but libero, number 1, great commitment. So as you can see, number 1 on the Broncos, that's going to be their libero. So she sets it, and we've got some back and forth. Very nice. Golly does end up hitting the net. That is going to be a Broncos point. It is 8. A little volleyball lingo for you viewers. When you say free, that is when someone receives it underhand to the other side of the court, and it's really easy to receive. Broncos serve, Kioki, and Gali going, trying to get it. Very committed, to getting there on the ground, getting that over. Really nice. Nice to see, but that is going to be a Broncos point. It's going to be 11-8. And we've got number, I don't even know. And Kioki does shank that out of bounds. It's going to be 12-8 now. And that's going to be a timeout, I believe, for Westview. So, obviously, I'm starting to get a little deja vu from the game before of, having such a dominant first set. And then, all of a sudden, now we're getting this reality check of, hey, we can't sit in the comfortability of that win. It's not over till it's over, which I've probably said a lot tonight, but it's true. So, yeah, we can see a little more lightheartedness on this timeout from Westview, kind of realizing, hey, we can still win this, but we do need to lock in. And I love that they can still put a smile on their face because it just shows, they're being very, very professional and very supportive of each other. You never want to have too serious and too harsh of an environment when you are losing. While it is good to lock in, that can really affect the gameplay of the team. So, great job, Wildcats, on your professionalism. And great job on Broncos for regaining that momentum. And serve for the Broncos, it's over. Julieta's got it. Katie and Julieta for the over. And that'll be a free right there. For T, Katie, Kioki, and who's got it over? Katie. Nice. And now we've got Bohls. Do they have an answer? And it's a Wildcat point. Great rally, girls. Let's take a look at this. So they receive it, and look at that. Just never letting the ball, go to waste. So, number 10, Escher, up to serve. And here she goes. Escher's not going to make it over the net. That's going to be a Broncos point. It is 13-9 Broncos. All right. Number 16 on the Broncos coming up to serve. We've got some support on the sidelines. Love to hear it. And it's going to hit the net. That's going to be a Westview point. 13-10. You see, while they are holding their own, Westview does. Oh, let's look at this. Let's look at this. And yeah, just a collision there. You know, you can't really have that. You've really got to be able to call those balls, call mine, make sure everyone's on the same page. Number 11, Sophia, as you can see, goes up. And it's just not going to make it over. You know, she does have a very dominant swing, but, you know, those attempts to make it close to that net can sometimes just be a little too much. You got to play it safe occasionally. Number 19 from Broncos, up to serve. And here we go. And it's over. Do Wildcats have an answer? A very nice answer, and it is still going. Now we're in a conversation. And that's going to be ended with a Wildcat point. Let's take a look at this. You see just a lot of, just hitting in the net. Can't really do much there. You know, you got to make sure you receive that. Also for your other teammates to be able to receive it too. Julieta with a powerful, nice spin on the serve. Great job. And it's over, and it's out. All right, 14-12. Look at the Wildcats closing that gap. Great to see that Julieta's up here, you know, for the serve. And because here she's always consistent, always got something for us. And attempted center dump, really nice, you know, power there, but it's just not going to be in bounds. And look at that. You see, great power, almost hits that man. Good thing it did it. Now, Julieta, and, yep, that's going to be, you know, little wide right there, but that's okay. If we can see, Westview has went from a 6-point gap to a 2-point gap. Really impressive. 14, giving Westview some trouble before with these serves, so we'll see how this goes. 24 from the Broncos has just entered the court, exchange for 9. Number 14, what do you got for us? And a jump serve. Unfortunately not successful. Does not clear the net. 15-14, only a 1-point deficit for Westview. 15-14, 12-6, subbing out, and 10-4. That's going to be Kioki for Allison and Escher for Emma. Kioki's coming up to serve. And she's got it. Powerful serve. And that's out. Look at that. And now Westview has tied it up. Let's take a look at this powerful serve. You see that? Coming just right at them. I mean, what can you even do? You can receive it as much as you would like. It's power, but with something that powerful and quiet, you can hear a pin drop. That's how much these people are awaiting that powerful serve. And center dump to center dump. Great response by the Broncos. You know, look at that. Not getting caught off guard by that dump. Boom. And they just sent it right back there and did catch Westview off guard. You got to be ready for those, even when it looks like, you know, wow, my teammate made a great play. I'll be okay. We're done. Nope. You got to be ready. Stay on your toes, girls. Number 2 for the Broncos. It is 16-15. Here we go. Lefty. A lefty serve right there. Very powerful. Great job. And Katie over. And, yep, she's got an answer. 16-16. neck and neck. I mean, just point for point with these girls. Really awesome to see here. Can Westview regain the lead for the first time in, I want to say, 10 points? Here we go. And nice. And there you go. Westview has regained the lead after being 6-2. They have now regained the lead 17-16. Number 7, Katie, a very powerful server on this team. And that's over. And, you know, I will say that did look like it was going to go out. But, you know, Bohls couldn't get out of the way. You see that? See, it looks like it's going to go out, but number 2 still goes for it. That's the beauty of this sport, is having that trickery, you know. 7 over, and Katie, golly, Escher. Oh, and it's just gonna get into the net there. And so you see, she just doesn't get low enough in the knees. And if you caught that, you know, Sophia gives her a little pointer there, which I love, you know, that supportive spirit. Westview, nice! I didn't even expect that. Surprised me. Katie with a very nice setter up there. So, receives, and looks like she's going to set it, and nope. And she catches everyone off guard. Great job, Katie. We got Gali up to serve. It is 17-18. Westview in the lead. And it's over. Whoa, ace! Great point. I mean, that was such a powerful serve. 20-17. Gali is doing great, and it's over. Wow, libero to the rescue. However, it is going to be out, and that's going to be a Westview point. Westview now not only taking the lead. See, look at that. Great job by the libero for having that dedication, just, you know, not necessarily in bounds. Gali again with these amazing consistent serves. Wow, so powerful. And they're not going to have an answer to that. Really impressive stuff to see here, that now Westview is widening it to a 5-point lead after being down by 6 points early in this second set. Timeout has been called by, I believe, Bohls, and I don't blame them. Westview has regained an incredible amount of momentum, and look at them exchanging high fives, congratulating each other for being able to withstand this pressure of the game, and, you know, prevailing and showing, you know, who they really can be. I'm telling you, this, like I said in the beginning, this is a team that I knew from the beginning it's something different, and they have every power to be able to take a banner home.
So they came back from underneath.
Right.
They actually got tied, and now they're about 22-17.
5 points.
In a tremendous effort to pick it up. Psychologically, they were losing at the beginning.
Yes.
I mean, this could have been really bad, and they actually caught up to the game.
Right. And, you know, with that, you could really see the difference in Westview and Bohls in their mindset. And who knows if that comes down to the players or the coaching, and most likely a mixture of both. But seeing how Bohls was in a position like that, in that 6-2 position that we were in earlier, and they weren't able to come back, but look at Westview. That fight, that drive, that motivation. Number 1, Gali, does she have an answer? She does, and it's an ace. It is right there in. So impressive. I mean, let's look at that. Just right over the top of the net, barely hitting over and barely in. That is a textbook perfect serve. If you can do that every time, you're going to be a weapon. There you go. Powerful. Nice spot serving, by the way, like hitting right to that side. And Sophia almost looking like she accidentally got that point. She hits it over. Looks like a little stutter on her. She's like, I don't even know what to do. And she gets a point off of it. You see, having that commitment, just that instinct of, let me just try. Let me just try. It is match point. Westview Wildcats about to possibly win the game. Oh! And that's going to be a Broncos point, 18-24. You see, Broncos are not out of the game yet, but I will say one error and the game's over. And it will be a Wildcat 2-set win. Let's see what Broncos got. It's received, it's up, and it's over. All right, Broncos, and that is a Westview win. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That is all, folks, for this game. 25-18. Your Westview Wildcats A team have just won against the Bohls Broncos and are now officially 2-1 for the season. We now have a winning Wildcats B team and A team. Wins all around for Westview. Can't be any more happier than for them. And then look at the sportsmanship on the sideline. Bohls, you know, keeping their head up. Great job, ladies, from both sides. You played a great game and very entertaining to watch. Not only did I hope you have fun, but you provided us with some quality entertainment. So thank you and have a great night.
Thank you for watching Trompo Entertainment.